Now previous period or in previous video we discussed about the distance displacement, speed, velocity. Okay, its definition, how it is denoted and all these things. Now we are going to see two more formulas here, that is the average speed and the average velocity formula. Now for average speed, first we are going to see one example. Suppose an object starts from point A, moves up to point B. This distance is suppose 15 meter and it is covered in 3 seconds. Now then the object is going to take a turn here or give a turn here. Suppose it is going like this and it is reached at point C. Now this distance is 20 meter and for that one time taken is 4 seconds. Then once again it will take a turn and it will move from C to point D here. Once again we have in 20 meter and time taken, that is 4 seconds. Okay, and it is reached to point D. Generally we are doing like this type of journeys, means from home we are going outside, from one place we are going to purchase something or whatever work, then we go for the next position, then we will go for the third one and finally finishing the work and reaches to our home back. Okay, but we are just considering this much motion only, that is the starting from A, then go to B, then go to C, then go to D, and whatever the time taken for that one, already I given all the values in SI unit only. If the values are not given in SI unit, we need to convert it into SI unit. But I all taken the distance in meters only, which is the SI unit for distance, as well as second for the time only, that is the SI unit for time. Okay. Now how to calculate the speed for this one? Because for this one distance is different, time is different. The speed for this portion, speed for this portion and speed for this portion is different way. From this one these two are same but may be different once again. So in such situation we are going to add the distance. So average speed is equals to total distance and divided by total time, or we can say time taken here. Okay, so total distance upon total time is gives us the average speed. Now here first we are going to add the distance given. So 15 meter plus 20 meter plus 20 meter divided by, we are taking the time 3 plus 4 seconds plus 4 seconds. Okay, that is total time. Now do the addition of upper part, that is 20 plus 20 40 plus 15 is 55 divided by 4 plus 4 is 8 plus 3 11, so it is 11 here. Okay, if we do the division we will get 5 meter per second is the average speed. Okay, so for such type of examples we are going to do the add the total distance given there divided by total time taken for that one. Okay, otherwise see, if a train is moving, already we know that train whenever moving from one starting point to the end point, there are in between another stations also may present or some crossings may present. In that case the speed decreases or sometimes it is increases according to the situation. Okay, the speed whatever is there, that is not constant, but it is continuously changing. It means that in that case also whatever the distance there from starting to end point, that total distance is taken divided by total time taken for that one. So if we consider the distance between Surat to Bombay, how many kilometers are there, that is the total distance we are taking and divided by time taken for that one. Suppose there is 4 hours, that we need to convert into seconds, and whatever kilometers are there, near about 450 kilometers is there. So that kilometers we are converting into seconds, meters. How to convert such values, that we are going to see. So suppose distance from here I am giving Surat to Mumbai, that is equals to 450 kilometer. So we are going to multiply it by 1000. So this much meter is there present. Now for the time, so time taken is equals to 4 hours. Okay, so that 4 first multiply by 60, so that will convert into minutes first. Okay, in 1 hour 60 minutes, 4 hours is equals to 4 into 60 minutes, but we want it into seconds because second is the SI unit. So once again we are going to multiply it by 60, and that much seconds is the time here. So like this, here we having the value in meter and here we having the value in seconds. Now we can calculate the average speed. So here average speed is equals to, total distance is this much, 450 kilometers into 1000, means that is into meters. Now 4 into 60 into 60. We will cut these two zeros with this 2 1. So we are getting here 450 into 10. So 4500 divided by this 4 into 6 into 6. And further calculation will give us the answer, that is, now here it is necessary to convert the values into decimal. Don't keep as it is like in the fraction. I am not showing this one because such type of calculation you are able to do. I am just going to show the method. So like this we can calculate the average speed for given journey or given tour. Now next we are going to see the next formula, that is about the average velocity. Now first we will discuss a daily life example here. So average velocity. Now see, a vehicle whenever starts, suppose the vehicle is present in the parking, we are taking out it and start it. Whenever we start our observation, at that moment or for that second, the speed of that object is 0 because it is in parking only. So speed is 0 there. Slowly we increase the speed of that vehicle and we make it into motion. Okay. So initially the speed is 0 or velocity is 0. After some time the velocity is different one. Then we take a turn. So velocity is a vector quantity. So but over here say velocity changes. Okay. Continuously we are doing the same situation or considering the same situation. Whenever it take a turn, then velocity velocity changes. Either we apply the brakes, then also velocity changes because magnitude changes. We are applying the friction force there, or sometimes we increase the speed because this road is vacant. So the whatever velocity is there, that is continuously having some change in its magnitude or direction. So velocity is changing here. So in average velocity we can't take the total velocity or total displacement divided by time in such situation. जो एग्जांपल मैंने दिया है इसमें हम टोटल डिस्प्लेसमेंट कंसीडर नहीं करते. For that one, what we are doing, whatever in the starting velocity is there, that we are taking. So in this example, the initial velocity means starting velocity, it is denoted by u is 0 meter per second because the object in the in the parking. Now after some time, suppose we are taking the time for 5 seconds or somewhat any other time limit is there, whatever it may be. After that time limit, whatever the velocity is there, it is called as final velocity, and that final velocity we are going to denote with the alphabet v. Same whatever we are using for the velocity. जो velocity के लिए alphabet use करते हैं हम वही alphabet हम final velocity के लिए use करते हैं. So that is v. And suppose after 5 seconds, whatever velocity of that object is, that is 5 meter per second. And time taken out for that one is here not necessary for average velocity. Okay. Now what we are going to do, we are taking the arithmetic mean of these two velocities. What is mean by arithmetic mean? Whatever observations are there, that we are going to add and divide it by number of observation. जैसे आपकी क्लास की एवरेज हाइट निकाली जाती है, हाइट ऑफ ईच स्टूडेंट्स इज एडेड देयर डिवाइडेड बाय नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट प्रेजेंट इन द क्लास। या फिर समझो आपकी टीम है 10 स्टूडेंट्स हो आप जो किसी गेम के लिए सिलेक्ट हुए हैं, तो उन स्टूडेंट्स की एवरेज हाइट हमें निकालनी है। सो वी जस्ट ऐड दैट height of student 1, height of student 2 plus height of and so on divided by 10, that gives us the average height for that group. Same here we are doing, we are taking the arithmetic. So first initial velocity plus final velocity. Now just two observations are there, so divided by 2. So it is our formula for average velocity. In this one, u is initial velocity, v is final velocity. So for this example, we having v average means average velocity is written like this also, it is given in textbook also. So we having 0 plus 10 divided by 2, so it will become 5 meter per second. Clear? So it is our first example to calculate average velocity. Now it is clear that it is not compulsory this initial velocity should be always 0. Suppose you are standing on a bus stop and you observe a bus is coming. Bus is coming, it means that the bus is already in motion. So bus is in motion, so initial velocity will not be 0 there. Okay, some number, other number is present there. Suppose this number we having, that is bus speed is 30 meter per second, and after some time the bus is coming towards your stop. आपके बस स्टॉप के सामने वो बस स्टॉप होने वाली है. So in that case the final velocity will become 0, and average velocity what we will do, just add these two numbers, that is 30 plus 0 divided by 2, so it will become 15 meter per second. So what I told, starting में अगर ऑब्जेक्ट रेस्ट में है तो हम इनिशियल वेलोसिटी 0 कंसिडर करते हैं u वैल्यू. अगर कुछ ब्रेक्स अप्लाई होने की वजह से या स्पीड कम करने की वजह से हम फाइनल वेलोसिटी मतलब ऑब्जेक्ट बाद में स्टॉप हो रहा है तो हम उसकी फाइनल वेलोसिटी मतलब v वैल्यू 0 कंसीडर करते हैं. ओके, बट इट इज नॉट कंपल्सरी आइदर दिस वन और दिस वन इज 0. दिस बोथ नंबर मे हैव अ नंबर इज देयर. जैसे once again I am going to explain it with one example. Give an example to you. Suppose you are on a vehicle or a bicycle. Okay, you continue your motion and you are moving towards a crossing there. Okay, आप जा रहे हैं वहाँ पे सामने crossing है. But obviously by nature there at the place of crossing there are so many chances of accident. Automatically we decreases the speed there. हम स्पीड कम कर देते हैं. 40 की स्पीड से जा रहा है व्हीकल, we make it 10. Okay, we check that one कि कहीं से कोई और व्हीकल आ रहा है या नहीं आ रहा. Okay, और अगर कुछ नहीं आ रहा है we continue motion. हम 10 की स्पीड से ही रोड क्रॉस कर लेते हैं या क्रॉसिंग वाला पोर्शन क्रॉस कर लेते हैं and once again we are increasing. Now if we consider that before the crossing that area, if we see the observation कि मेरी 40 की स्पीड से व्हीकल आ रही थी और मैं क्रॉसिंग एरिया तक आई, so in that one I will near about take 10 seconds. Within that 10 seconds the speed decreases from 40 to 10. So 40 is my initial velocity here, क्योंकि जब मैंने ऑब्जर्वेशन स्टार्ट किया था तब व्हीकल की स्पीड 40 थी and after some time the speed becomes 10. Okay, so here we are going to change the values once again. What is my initial velocity? That is 40. My final velocity is 10 as per formula divided by 2, and I will get 25 meter per second is the average velocity. Okay, now in this case I shown that the velocity decreases, लेकिन अगर रोड क्रॉस करके हम देखेंगे तो 10 से वेलोसिटी फिर से इंक्रीज होने वाली है. So in that case initial velocity will become 10 and final velocity whatever the velocity of that vehicle. So we may have such different numbers and we can calculate the average velocity value according to this formula. Now I will give another one method to calculate average velocity for few cases. motion from point A, I will move like this. Okay, then I will move or go like this. So here first I reach at point B, then I reach at point C, and we can continue further the motion. Now suppose this distance whatever A to B is there, that is 4 meter. This distance is 3 meter. Okay. And time taken for this one, suppose we are taking for this 4 meter, time is also 4 seconds and here time is 3 seconds only. So total distance is 4 plus 3 is 7 meter and total time is 7. So average speed is equals to 1 meter per second. That is total distance upon total time. But I want to calculate here average velocity for this given one. Now in this one, not the initial velocity given and not the final velocity given. We don't know okay, at the point A the object is at rest or not. Okay, or at point C the object is going to stop or not. हमें कोई भी ऐसा data नहीं है. Just this much data is given and we want to calculate its average velocity. So for that one we need to calculate displacement here. So from point A to C is the displacement for that one. Okay. Now according to the Pythagoras theorem, we can calculate this AC length. How to calculate? Here AB square means this length square plus this length square, okay, is equals to the AC square. Suppose we write here x, y and z. So we having x square plus y square is equals to z square. It is Pythagoras theorem, already you learned. Now we are going to use this formula only to calculate this AC length. Okay, so 4 square is plus 3 square is equals to 16 plus 9, which is equals to 25, which is equals to z square. Therefore z value is equals to 5. So this length is 5 meter. Now we know the length here. AC length means displacement is 5 meter and total time taken is same here, 4 plus 3. So average velocity is equals to once again total displacement upon time taken. Okay. So here total displacement I am having that is 5 and total time taken is 7. So 5 by 7 means near about 0.7 meter per second is the average velocity for such example. So we having such type of example also present. A circular path is given and we need to calculate its average velocity. For that one we need to calculate the diameter. Okay. Now we are going to see the one more example. In that one we are going to calculate average velocity also and average speed also. Suppose there is a circular track present like this. Okay. And a jogger starts from this point A. Okay. Radius of this track we are going to take, that is suppose it is 70 meter. Okay. Now the person starts from point A, continues its motion and another at point B, it reaches there at point B. Okay. So this is the actual path covered by the athlete. So from A to B, this is the actual path covered. It means that it is distance and it starts from A and reaches here. So this whatever length is there, straight path, it is the displacement. Now in this one, how to calculate the average velocity and average speed. So for average speed we need this path and we know that by using 2 pi r formula we can calculate this value. Okay. 2 pi r is equals to 2 into 22 by 7 multiplied by 70. So here we having 10. So what we have, that is 20 into 22. So 40 meter. Okay. So this is the total distance, means total circumference. But he is covering the just half. So that is divided by 2. So here we having that is 220 meter is the total distance. And whatever the time taken for that one. So average speed here, suppose it taking the time 10 seconds. So I will write here time 10 seconds. Okay. So it is 220 divided by 10, that is equals to 22 meter per second. This is the average speed for the person. Okay. Now we are going to calculate average velocity. Now once again for this one we can't use this formula because whatever is the starting speed or final speed that we don't know, or starting velocity and final velocity we don't know. But we can calculate displacement here using the another one formula, that is twice the radius is diameter. So here radius is 70 meter given. So another part of radius, that is second radius, that is 1770. So we will have the displacement is equals to diameter. So diameter of this circular track is nothing but the displacement. So diameter is equals to displacement, so which is equals to 140 meter. Now time we already taken 10 seconds, same time we are taking for the displacement also. Okay, time will not reduce. So now we are going to calculate average velocity here. So V average, that is displacement 140 upon time 10, that is 14 meter per second. So like this, by two formulas we can calculate average velocity, either this formula or using the displacement upon time. And for average speed we having formula, that is total distance upon total time taken. So I given so many different examples here. In that one we are calculating average velocity and average speed there. Okay. Now in the worksheet I will give some numerals and that you are going to solve in your notebook. Now we are going to see the next point of our chapter, that is acceleration. Okay, it is denoted by small a. Now before going to further acceleration, see, whenever there is a uniform motion, means 5 meters cover in 1 second, for next 1 second 5 meter, for third 1 second there is 1 second distance covered is 5 meter. Okay, so like that I have told, that is it is called as a uniform motion. Okay, in that one equal distance covered in equal interval of time. Here interval of time I take in 1 second and distance covered is 5 meter each and every time. So in that case whatever is the speed of that object is always same, because 5 divided by 1 first time, 5 divided by 1 second time, 5 divided by 1 third time. So whatever the speed there, that speed is not changing at all. Or if we consider the velocity here, that is also not changing. But in non-uniform motion, suppose for first 1 second the speed is changes from 0 to 5. Okay, so distance covered, that is 5 meter in 1 second, then 10 meter in 1 second. So speed will become 2. Then suppose 20 meter in 1 second, the speed will become 20 here. So continuously whatever the speed is there, either it is increasing and sometimes it may be decreasing also. Whenever if we apply the brakes, the speed will decrease. So whatever the speed of that object, that is not constant one. It is continuously changing. So speed changing, it means that its velocity also changing. And velocity can be changed because of direction also. So whenever such change in velocity takes place, how much change in velocity takes place for given interval of time? It is called as acceleration. Once again I am repeating. If the velocity is changing, or we can say speed is changing, okay, for given interval of time, how much change in velocity takes place there, it is called as acceleration. Definition for that one, that is the rate of change of velocity. Okay, so rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration. Is called as acceleration. Now once again we are taking one daily life example. As we take in the parking, your vehicle is present, you are taking out the vehicle, you start it, but still the vehicle at the rest only for given moment of time. जब हमने ऑब्जर्वेशन शुरू किया तो व्हीकल की स्पीड है 0. So initial velocity we having here that is 0 meter per second, and after 2 seconds, so time is here we having 2 seconds. After 2 seconds, if we check the velocity of that vehicle, that is 10, that is final velocity, that is 10 meter per second. So what exactly we are doing? We are checking the initial velocity of object, we are checking the final velocity of object, and for that one whatever time taken. So what I told, rate of change of velocity. So velocity changing here, and rate means divided by time. Last time only I told that whenever word rate is present there, it means that it is divided by time, or time taken for that one change. अगर distance change हो रहा है तो distance change होने के लिए कितना time लिया, that is the speed. Distance divided by time, that is the rate of change of distance or rate of change of motion. Like that here, rate of change of velocity. So velocity changing here, and for that one taken time. So change in velocity. So from this one, whatever wording is there, we are getting the formula. Acceleration, which is denoted by A, is change in velocity divided by time. Now how to calculate this change in velocity? But obvious two velocities are given, we are going to do the subtraction of that one, so it will give us the change. Now in this one always we are going to consider that V value we are writing first. So V minus U upon T. Okay. So it is equals to acceleration. What I told, change in velocity always we are calculating, that is writing the V value first, means final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. Now we are going to see its SI unit. In the denominator here we having velocity terms, V or U, both are the velocities only, and the SI unit for velocity is meter per second divided by time. So time SI unit is, once again we are having second. So this acceleration SI unit we are writing, that is meter per second square. Keep seconds to time are there. Okay. So meter per second square is the SI unit for acceleration. Once again I am repeating all these points. Rate of change of velocity is called as acceleration, means whatever change in velocity takes place in unit time. एक सेकंड में कितनी वेलोसिटी चेंज हो रही है, that velocity is called as, or change in velocity is called as acceleration. It is denoted by small a. For that one I have shown here one example. Object at rest, its velocity changes for from 0 to 10 meter per second, and for that one time taken is 2. So from this one definition we having formula, acceleration is equals to change in velocity divided by time. Change in velocity always we are taking, or that subtraction we are taking, that is V value minus U value, and final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time, and its SI unit for V minus U it is meter per second, and time is second, so it is total meter per second square is there. Now for this given data we will calculate the value. So as our V value is 10, so A is equals to 10 minus 0 divided at time is 2 seconds. So it is 10 divided by 2, which is equals to 5 meter per second square. Now meter per second square written like this also, meter second raised to minus 2. लेकिन हम रेड इसे मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर ही करेंगे. ये भी मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर है, ये भी मीटर पर सेकंड स्क्वायर ही है. In your textbook like this notation given, that is meter per second square. Okay, just it is shown minus 2, it means that the seconds are in the denominator value. Clear? So we having like this one calculation. Now what will happen if the object is going to stop? Already object is in motion and we are going to apply the brakes there and object will stop. So suppose once again we are going to take such example. I will write here formula, that is A is equals to V minus U upon T. Now suppose the initial velocity, object already is in motion, so U value suppose we having 40 meter per second. आप एक vehicle लेके जा रहे हो and near the crossing you are going to stop it because red signal is there. So you apply the brakes and V value will become 0 क्योंकि object बाद में stop हो रहा है. Okay. So in that case V value will become 0 and suppose time taken for that one is 5 seconds. Now this much data we having here and we want to calculate whatever acceleration is there. Okay. So acceleration is equals to always V first. So 0 minus U value is 40 divided by 5 which is equals to minus 40 upon 5 is equals to minus 8 meter per second square. Now here it having a minus sign, acceleration. Why? Because this calculation whatever is there. So this shows that acceleration is also a vector quantity. Vector quantity can be have positive sign, negative sign, or it can be a zero value also. So here we are getting a negative sign. Whenever the acceleration with negative sign is present there, it is also called as deceleration or retardation. So if it is retardation, it is denoted by R or R. It means that whatever acceleration is there in that one, the speed is decreasing. यहाँ पे speed कम हो रही है या फिर totally stop हो रहा है object. Okay. So whenever object is retarding, it means that its speed or velocity is decreasing there and it is denoted by R or R. Or just acceleration with negative sign, it means that it is retardation. Now we will see another one example. In that one we will not take any value 0. Once again I will take initial velocity of object, suppose there is 60 meter per second. Okay. Then time taken for that one, suppose that is 10 seconds, and after 10 seconds the velocity will become 30 meter per second. So acceleration is equals to how much? Okay. So once again we will use this formula. Acceleration is equals to V value, that is 30 minus 60 divided by 10. Now 30 minus 60, so it will become minus 30 upon 10, and finally we will get acceleration is equals to minus 3 meter per second square. So once again here we having retardation, but in this case check there, neither this value 0 nor this value 0. Okay. So if the speed is decreasing, we will get retardation, and if the speed is increasing, we are getting acceleration. Commonly we can use the directly acceleration word for both one, retardation and acceleration. It is not wrong at all. So acceleration can be positive, acceleration can be negative. So you can write that is just acceleration but with negative sign of this number. So here we completed the acceleration part also. Now whatever acceleration is there negative, either we can get by changing the speed or we can get the acceleration by changing the direction also. This object is going in forward direction and whenever it come back, okay, so the here also the direction is opposite, that's why the acceleration is negative there. Okay. So on the basis of these formulas I will give some numerals. So which formula up to till we learn? From the starting, first formula we learned, that is speed. Speed is equals to distance upon time. Then we discuss average speed. It can be written VAVG, average, like this. That is total distance upon total time. Then next formula, second formula, that is velocity, that is displacement upon time. Then average velocity, V average, that is equals to V plus U upon 2. Then we learnt V average, one more formula, that is displacement upon time. Next formula we learned, that is acceleration is equals to V minus U upon T. Okay. So basis on these 5 formulas basis, I will give some numerals in your worksheet that you are going to solve in your notebook. Okay. We will meet now in next video.